The story starts off with the protagonist sinking deep in an unknown body of water. A question is asked: do you believe in destiny? Do you believe that destiny will lead you to a different ending based on the different choices you've made? We see that there are different versions of the protagonist sinking as well. The question continues saying, or do you believe that no matter what choices you've made, you will end up walking towards the same ending? Suddenly a loud scream can be heard. A monster's hand can be seen reaching for a lady on the ground that is unable to escape. She begs the rest of the people that are running not to leave her, but the others only cry for help while running. We get to see that there are a lot of people running from a very large monster. As it kills them one by one, they scream that the human-faced beasts are too terrifying, shouting at it not to come to them. They then reach the dead end of a cliff, shouting that it's a cliff up ahead and there's nowhere else to run, so they have no choice but to hide quickly. As the beast roars ready to kill more, we see that multiple people are hiding behind rocks as the beast towers over the place. A girl that is hiding begs for it not to notice her while trembling. As she's begging, a weird liquid drips on her before the beast shoves its ugly head in front of her. She's then immediately devoured. We see that the protagonist is also hiding like the others, thinking to himself, so this is Devil's Star. This beginning trial is too difficult. As he looks at a watch on his wrist, he thinks that they said that he just need to survive on Devil's Star for 5 minutes after using the job change material to complete the job change. But for a normal person, it's almost impossible to survive even a minute here. We get to see a close-up of the beast, revealing its hideousness, as the others can only hide and await their demise. We get to know that the protagonist's name is Jang Kai, and he's now in the middle of a beginner's trial on this planet called Devil's Star. Devil's Star is a huge planet that appeared right outside of Earth out of nowhere 50 years ago. But the appearance of Devil's Star didn't cause any form of gravitational disaster that would cause Earth to stray from its orbit. And yet ever since the appearance of Devil's Star, the animals and plants on Earth have suddenly mutated into monsters called beast deities and are wreaking havoc all around the world. The beast deities are something that current human technology is not capable of handling. Their appearance has pushed the human population to the brink of extinction. But during this period, the surviving humans have found out that a lot of mysterious teleportation portals have appeared on Earth. Humans will be sent towards Devil's Star digitally once they walk through the portals, and the moment they arrive on Devil's Star, they realize that Devil's Star seems to be a hyper-realistic virtual world. Humans can change into various occupations in this place. Each of them have stats, equipment, skills, and they can level up as of their game characters, obtaining strong attributes. And they even found out that once you've reached a certain level on Devil's Star, you will be able to bring this supernatural power back to Earth and use it. Humans will be as strong as the beast deities in the real world by then, and they will be able to fight against the beast deities as well. Ultimately, if humanity wants to break out of this predicament and survive, they will have to try and gain strength from Devil's Star, and the ones that have decided to head to Devil's Star are known as Pathstriders. Back to the present. The last person before Jang was just killed by the monster. As he looks in horror, he thinks that this ain't good. He's the sole survivor here, but there's nowhere else for him to run. As the monster walks up to where he's hiding, preparing to attack, he thinks to himself, did I use all the money that my family saved up just to die here? We then get a flashback of his past. His sister encourages him, saying he should just do it. If he wants to go to Devil's Star, she and his big brother will work their best to save up the money for him. His younger sister went through all sorts of trouble at such a young age, just so that she could save up the money for him to come to Devil's Star. His big brother is still working hard, even though he's been diagnosed with kidney failure. If they can't gather enough for the surgery fee within 2 months, he'll die, returning back to the present predicament. He thinks that yet right now, he hasn't even managed to finish his job change. He's going to die here after letting the money that his family had saved go to waste as well, as the monster attacks him by throwing a metal pole at him. He thinks no. Moving quickly, he dashes from where he was, thinking that rather than just sitting there and dying, he has to risk his life for his family for once. He then dodges the metal pole at the last minute, thinking that he has to hold on to his only chance to survive. As he falls off the cliff, and the monster looks down from above, suddenly a beep can be heard, and a blue light flashes on his face. A system window pops up, in front of him, saying his actions aligned perfectly with those who gamble, congratulating him on triggering a 1 in a million chance of unlocking a secret profession. The system informs him that he's completed his job change. The system, hopes that he will be able to bring glory to his secret profession, a gambler. We then see that he's fine after falling that far, He himself is surprised. The monster's weapon has also fallen down with him. As he gets up, he wonders what's going on, wondering why he's not hurt after jumping off the cliff, plus all his injuries from before has recovered as well. Suddenly a ding sound surprises him along with a flash of blue light. A very beautiful girl emerges from the system, as it informs him that because he managed to complete the job change at that time, which refreshed his attributes, it's basically the same as respawning at full health. He asks her if she's an AI that exists in Devil's Star, which she confirms through the system windows, congratulating him on his job change, so right now she'll explain to him the talents he possesses as a gambler. One of the talent he possesses as a gambler is Multiplier. All the system rewards and penalties that he receives will trigger the 2x multiplier, and there's a 1% chance that he will trigger the Super Multiplier effect. When the Super Multiplier is triggered, he will receive 10 times the reward or penalty. He triggered the Multiplier talent when he received the Multiplier talent. Hence he will receive an extra talent, so he will be obtaining the gambler's second talent. He gets excited upon hearing that, asking if he can have 2 talents after his job change, while others will only get 1, which the system confirms. He's then shown the effect of his second talent and current attributes. The talent is super critical. His critical hit damage had been increased to 20,000%. His initial critical hit chance is set to 0.1%. As we look at his attributes, we see that he has 4 strength, 8 physique, 12 agility, 0 defense, and 0 experience points. He's surprised to see that he has a total of 36 base attribute points, which is all the attribute points combined. He tells her, the system, that others normally get around 20 base attribute points after their job change, but he got 36, asking why is that? She tells him that it's because the attribute points he were rewarded with after the job change have been multiplied as well, which he's surprised that attributes can be multiplied as well. Thinking that if that's the case, doesn't that mean that whenever he level up in Devil's Star, he'll get 20 points instead of 10, which means leveling up once for him is like leveling up twice. Plus he has his second talent as well. Others only have a 200% critical hit damage, while he has 20,000%. He gets excited thinking that even though he only has a 0.1% critical hit chance, as long as he can increase his critical hit chance, his damage will be extremely terrifying in the future. He then starts heading for the monster's weapon that fell down with him. He only wanted to complete his job change as soon as possible so that he could come to Devil's Star to earn some money for his brother's surgery. Since no matter how weak one profession is in Devil's Star, one can still earn more than one can on Earth. But he never expected to trigger a hidden requirement and obtain a strong secret profession like gambler. He then takes the metal pole that the monster used as a weapon. Now he'll be able to earn enough money for his brother's surgery real soon. Then they'll be able to live a better life in the future. Since he's completed his job change, the system informs him to complete the mission. Arrive at Divine Glory City safely. Now what he needs to do is complete the main goal of his beginner's trial. The system shows him where he needs to arrive. He has 7 days to reach, but it's extremely difficult to get there safely. The beginner's area is filled with monsters, and the mission will fail the moment he's killed, and he'll be teleported back to Earth. As he treads through the forest ahead of him, we see that it's filled with weird creatures. We get to know that even though their physical body back on Earth will not suffer any damage if they die in Devil's Star, and they can log in again into Devil's Star, only the rich will think that this isn't that big of a sacrifice. Relogging into Devil's Star will cost a fortune, so the rich will always have endless tries to make up for their mistake. But for a poor person like him, he must clear this on his first try. There's no second chance for him. Suddenly he hears someone scream, surprising him. He thinks to himself that the scream sounds familiar, with only one person in mind. As he goes to investigate, we see a snake lunging at a man. He screams to be saved like a little girl. While fending off the snake, we see that there are multiple snakes. As he swings his arms around, releasing bursts of energy to keep the snakes at bay, he screams at them, not to come near him because he hates snakes the most. We get to know that he's Jiang Kai's childhood friend, Yuan Zhu. Jiang thinks to himself that it's really his friend, but he's surrounded by land snakes. Those snakes are very poisonous. Even the human-faced beasts will die from just one bite, and yet there's 3 of them attacking. He calls out to his friend to get his attention, telling him not to worry. He then rushes in to help while saying he's coming. His friend asks why is he here, telling him to forget him and just run while crying, saying these snakes have really high attributes, and they're extremely poisonous. Beginners like them won't stand a chance against them. A snake attacks him from the back while he's talking. Zhang then throws the metal pole while shouting to his friend, not to worry. The metal pole impales and kills the snake that was attacking from behind. Surprising his friend shouts in disbelief that he can kill these land snakes. As he hurries to get back his weapon, he thinks to himself that it's just as expected. He can use his friend to distract the snakes, then just attack them from behind. But right now they have their eyes on him. The two snakes then lunges at him. His friend warns him that this is bad. These snakes have really high agility. He easily dodges them while asking if that's so. Which his friend, who is surprised, asks, how can he dodge that well? He thinks to himself that his stats were multiplied after the job change. His agility stats at level 1 are basically the same as a level 2, so it's as expected that these level 1 land snakes can't really catch up to him. He grabs his weapon and tells his friend to keep attracting their attention, which he agrees. Well, this is where the video ends. Since Joyside Edits wanted a shout out to him, I guess. Thank you all for watching.